that? All right, there we go. All right. I gotta plug in my external USB because my dummy body decided to keep it on my external, and my external is the most inconvenient thing ever since TSA made me take the tape off.
Yeah, they made me like take my external and separate it from my computer for some reason. So I had to put it in my check-in bags.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that was the biggest pain traveling through TS or airport. Okay, first off, all right, when they sent you home, did they send you on the on like an Air Force commercial flight?
They were going to, but then I denied it, and that's why I stayed there an extra couple days.
What did they wind up sending you home on?
Regular commercial airline, as if I would have bought a flight myself.
God, I should have. Man, I should have stuck out for that. I've never before in my life, and we've both been on C-130s and probably Ospreys and the freaking 53s. I've never once ever had the problem of hearing a plane struggle to get into second gear before.
Say it one more time.
I've never once had the issue of hearing a Boeing 737, or actually I think it was a 747, try to get into second gear on takeoff.
I didn't even know they had gears.
They don't. I'm just saying, this thing was all
that's not good.
across the runway. And God, man, hearing the landing gear pop up, I'm just saying, my flight crew were dressed like construction workers.
I took one of those flights there. That's how I got there.
I got commercial all the way over there.
I took an Air Force flight from Seattle International, which was really weird because they had a bunch of Air Force people like guarding it and doing all the paperwork and stuff, and like armed guard type stuff on the terminal, which was so weird to see because I was always told that it looks like a regular flight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest, if I'm walking through an airport and I see armed guards from the Air Force guarding a terminal, I'm going to guess that's not a normal flight.
Nope.
So, I don't know what that was all about. But I got on that.
It was kind of a unique experience going through, because I went through, remember, what Air Base, Okinawa?
Kadena?
What was the name of it? Yeah. I went through the Kadena's, they don't have technically TSA, but it was the Kadena Security Forces.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Dude, okay, I've heard so many horror stories. Those guys, I swear, I could have gotten away with bringing a gun on the plane. Those guys just gave no crap. They were the coolest guys I ever got to work with. I'm pretty sure they got in trouble for this, but I got the permission to pet the dog.
Oh yeah, dude, so when I got on there, they always keep the dog on the plane. I didn't know they did that, but they do that.
I never saw them.
And, well, they keep them in the, like, you know where they store all the food and all that stuff that they normally would have on a regular aircraft?
Oh, crap, I opened Google. Yeah.
That's where the dogs stay. There's 2 of them on every flight that I've ever been on, at least. And I got to hang out with the dog the whole flight, man. Like, I went from Seattle and saw the dog get on and was like, hey, dog, let me, please.
Yeah, no. For us, it was because of the sheer amount of dependents and all the other civilians that were going through.
Oh, they took that flight too?
Yeah, they were all going on vacation. They had like special. Some of them were on special. Some of them were on emergency leave. Some of them were doing this. Some of them were doing that. All I know is because they were opening up for quarantine, a lot of guys got to go on that flight. I feel bad for them. All I'm saying is, screw the who are those guys they put on air marshals. Screw those guys. The only civilians on that plane were dependents. There was probably about 6 of them. Everybody else that filled those seats was all Marines, Air Force, 2 soldiers.
Man, did you ever get
I
the
talked.
opportunity to actually work with the army?
Um, well,
Like
the
genuinely, like out in the woods for like a couple, we'll say like at least one night.
I don't think they would have ever. How do I put this? Me and our sergeant of the gambling variety got into a huge. I'm talking like the full Mew Force on Mew Force kind of brawl at the port because they stole my MRE.
Hmm.
I got to punch the major in the face and I got nothing from it.
Yeah, no, I've been there. I've done that before. But no, I was talking more of the guidelines of like, have you ever like,
Launching. By the way, hang on 1 second. Launching ground branch right now.
I see that. Um, have you ever like actually been on any sort of workforce, like you're doing training together or you're guarding something together?
This is gonna sound weird, but I did it once in the schoolhouse, but not. It wasn't anything special. Um, but no, I've always actually kind of wanted to see what that was like. Personally, I never did get the actual chance to do that.
So I got the opportunity to do that in Korea. We were guarding a
Oh
uh,
man.
we were guarding a base that is it's a top secret base, and that's the only reason that I had my top secret clearance. Um, and when we got there, it's like this shithole, bro, like an absolute shithole.
Probably because it's been there since the Korean War.
And it's so bad that like so the only thing that's there is like public bathrooms kind of thing, but it's one gender. So it's not like
Oh
you
man,
take a
the
left.
army would love that.
It's not like you take a left to go to the females and a right to go to the males. It's a straight on shot into the fucking bathroom. So when you go in there, what they had is a restroom watch. They called it latrine watch. Never in my life. Never in my life have I ever experienced something so stupid in my life.
We
They
had that in Thailand.
they literally sit there, and if a male goes in, only males are allowed to go in. And as soon as the same amount of males that went in come out, that's when a female can go in.
Yeah, I remember. I actually had to do that when we were in Thailand because we how do I put this? We shared a squad bay with the Thais, and I don't think in Thailand women are technically allowed to serve in the army or the Marine. I don't actually remember if we were working with the Thai army or the Thai Marines at the time. I think the Thai Marines work more similar to how the British Marines work, where they're kind of a more or less a special division. But all I know is I think it was from the hour like from the shower block hours, not the daytime like normal. All right, it's a unisex bathroom at this point during the day. But when it came to the shower block, we had two. I was partnered up with one of the Thai guys, and we sat there for a solid 3-ish hours, all the way up until I think 9 o'clock. We'll call it that 9 o'clock. You're just watching it, making sure. All right, this X amount of females went in. Cool. All right, this X amount of females went out. All right, we're switching. Your block is over. All right, this X amount of males went in. All right, cool. This X amount of males went out. All right, listen up, everybody. Shower block's over. You had your chance. Ladies, if something happens, scream. Cool. Going to bed.
That's whack. No, for theirs it was exactly what you. I don't even know how to describe it really. Like they had to watch 24/7 of just the bathroom, and the only way to like get around it, which people did, was you'd go into the bathroom and you'd open the window that is like just it's in and to the left, and so the guard could see that window no matter what, and you would have to basically finagle your way through that.
Hmm.
And it was, man, I watched too many people like actually get through that, but
Man,
I never
that's
found
just
it.
fighting words.
I never found it useful to even attempt. I'm going. I'm going to police build. I think.
You're gonna go with the SWAT team loadout.
No, I'm going patrol, but I'm just going. I am going with a vest, but I'm going patrol.
What's your long rifle of choice?
And SDAS shotgun.
All right, screw it. I'm gonna go with an AR. I'm gonna actually for length. I'm gonna probably go with the Block 2. I feel
Yeah,
like
there
that'd
you
be
go.
if I was a cop, that'd be probably what I'd want as my patrol rifle. Personally, I know that's more of a military thing, but
Now, I know that I just customized this, and nothing saved. I'm going with a
I think there was a micro update because none of my presets saved, and we both know how I am with accessorizing.
That's fine. I'm gonna spend some time making this. In the process, let's do a little LanceCorpsman um, interview.
Okay.
So we'll start with boot camp. We'll go day one, ground zero, boot camp.
Pretty sure I repressed a lot of that.
Time to bring it back.
Not traumatic, just monotonous as fuck. Or as heck.
So
That's how guidelines are like right now.
when you I know what it felt like for me, and I'll explain my feelings later. But in the case of you, when you got on to the bus slash plane slash whatever to go to West Coast, what was your thought process there? Like, how did you
Yeah,
feel?
hang on, you were East Coast, right?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Me personally, I was terrified. I had never ventured outside of home, and you'll see when you come to my town at some point. Actually, you won't because this town has expanded horribly. Well, not horribly, but massively since I've been gone. I came at the time I left home. It was a small town that wanted to identify as a city, but I didn't ever venture outside of home. So when some random person I've never met before in my life started screaming at me, it was mostly just sheer fear.
Yeah, I had essentially the same kind of feeling. I've had a lot of people scream at me in my lifetime, which is weird to say, but I just have just random things that have happened, um, and nothing like parental traumatizing, but just
But
like
it's just like it's weird to have a stranger who has an immense amount of power over you start to just put the fear of God into you in that particular moment.
oh yeah, I know like for me specifically, I got on the bus and I was excited. I was so happy. I got to a certain point because with me, I was 50 pounds overweight 2 days before the day that I left for boot camp. So I had to drop 50 pounds to even be accepted via MEPS. And for me, I felt like I had made a pretty decent sized achievement there. just by losing the 50 pounds in 2 days. And so, yeah, I got on the bus and I was all like ibbity gibbity about it. Like, I was ready to go. Super excited, super happy. Until I got within, like, maybe 3 miles of the base. When they told us, hey, we're close to the base, this is going to be your last meal. That's when I was like, oh, oh God, what have I done? Yeah. Because they said,
escape windows, escape windows. Why are they duct taped?
yeah, they're like, and the worst part is the whole time the bus driver's like talking about how, there's no way out now. You've already signed the contract. You can't, you can't escape. This is it. You gotta suck it up now. And I'm sitting there like, no, I don't exactly want to suck it up anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I ain't even got there, but I'm done.
Oh man, no. For me, it was different because it was my honestly, it's just a miracle I graduated high school.
Yeah, same.
And somehow I went from like a straight F kid to graduating almost a full 6 months early. I graduated at the end of the second semester of my senior year in high school, and I managed to pull that completely out of my ass through a combination of the online courses and like all these. I would never ever recommend anybody ever do that because it was oh man, I remember the lingering. It was an issue rolling up to the San Diego, um, the MCRD or whatever the hell, the Recruit Training Depot in
Yeah.
San Diego, because I was so mentally drained from doing all those online courses that combination between the mental draining and just the sheer fear of God, I completely just went numb for the first probably. Honestly, it wound up lasting way longer than I thought it would, but it was that first month of boot camp. I was just,
Well,
I was soulless. I was completely soulless.
let's go ahead and back it up, right? So you got on the bus, and you were fearful, and now you got drill instructors getting on the bus before they even say anything. You can see them out the window, and you can see them about to get on the bus.
My heart was beating out of my chest. I was like, honestly, this is the whole process was crap, 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 crap. Fuck! Yander.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of how it went for me too. Like I saw them out the window. I was like, oh wow, yeah, these are dudes for real, for real.
Well, all right. So, just a sidetrack. You know how in the Charlie's Marine Corps uniform, you got that khaki shirt. How most guys will just use what they got in boot camp. Nope. Our guy had to be super proud, and he got the super cut one because this guy definitely took steroids, and his arms were bigger than my fucking skull. And this was the guy who decided to greet us. Oh, you look at me. I was like, ah!
Man,
Oh man, but no. Honestly, I, man. I think the worst part about that whole thing wasn't the footprints. It wasn't the bus. It wasn't even the phone call. The worst part of that very early boot camp process had to be when they sent my happy ass to medical to get that full battery of just vaccinations.
oh my god.
Pulling Firewatch that first night, I was in triple layers. I had never worn the. Oh my god! You remember the whitey tighties?
Oh, dude.
My
And
my my moronic ass thought that I was supposed to wear the whitey tighties with the skivvy shorts, and so I threw on the whitey tighties with the skivvy shorts, which the skivvy shorts are. Let's face it, the skivvy shorts are just discount like Dollar General swim trunks. You don't wear underwear with swim trunks. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not natural. I decided to wear it with the swim trunks. And then I threw on the utility undergarments, and we weren't allowed to wear our utility tops. So I just stood there, and I was still trying to adjust to the California weather. So I had thrown on just the sweat top for Firewatch because that was our uniform of choice was the sweat top
Mm-hmm.
with that like that what are the PT belt
Yeah,
over
that
the
the
shoulder down to the side.
yeah.
Nope, that was a huge mistake. I woke up in the middle of the night with chills because I had been introduced to diseases that I didn't know existed, and I stood there for an hour just shivering my ass off because I was so sickly. And that
Uh,
next morning, I was right as rain. I was happy. I was good to go.
yeah, I know for me that whole I don't even know like what do you even call that? Because I the trifecta that they hit us with that little thing, whatever you want to call it, that they hit us
The
with.
the battery of vaccinations.
Yeah.
That's what I'm referring it to.
So they when they took us in, right? There was a dude who was super allergic to one of the medications who had never once falsified any of his paperwork, right? So he let him
They
know.
knew about it ahead of time.
Yeah, they knew that he was hyper allergic to this stuff and it messes with his blood. So you definitely don't want to give that to him. And this dude, we get these vaccinations. That night, I'm sitting there, my butt cheek hurts. I'm like a little sad, like the whole like
Hang on. Just want to put a pin in it. I was allergic to the peanut butter shot, so I never got it in boot camp.
oh
And
man,
fuck you.
dude, it was so bad. It's so like I don't even know how to describe that. For anybody who has never had the peanut butter shot, it is it is horrible. It's this really thick um, material that they shoot into your butt cheek, and when they shoot it in there, it kind of feels really sore, but you're super sensitive to like sitting down anywhere because you're in so much pain. So in my case, I I had to lay on my side to go to sleep. Um, but there was like some people who could get over it pretty quickly. But me, man, my butt cheeks they were so sore, and my arm hurt, so I couldn't lay on my side per se, but I could lay like kind of angled. So I put my assault pack under my back, and I would hold myself up with one side of my body. And it was the most uncomfortable sleep I ever had in my life, but the most comfortable sleep I ever had too. Um, so that dude though, you could hear it in the middle of the night. Laying down and he's moaning and groaning. They're telling him to shut up. They don't want to hear it. Whatever, right? And all of a sudden, you just hear in the middle of the night that exact sound. Just and man, I can't even repeat the sound that it made, but it sounded like a hollow bowl just being
Let me guess.
smacked.
He slept on the top rack and he fell all the way from the ground. That bowl cracking sound of a helmet
No,
hitting the pavement was
no,
his fucking dome piece hitting the ground.
no. That sound was his liver exploding. Yeah. So we didn't know this, but we heard that and then and then that helmet sound of him just slapping the floor. And his bunkmate, right? Dude's never seen blood, never seen any sort of fighting. Like he's a very like sheltered individual, very nerdy. Like I play D&D now, but like the D&D high school kid, you know what I'm talking about? Like the super nerd. So he is sitting there freaking out because now this dude is bleeding out of his ears. He's bleeding out of his nose. He's got blood in his eyes. He's got blood in his mouth. He's bleeding out of his anal cavities. Everything.
He got it. He got it bad.
Yeah, dude. Like any hole that is in the body, there's blood seeping out of because he's internally bleeding and dramatically quickly because his liver literally popped. And so there's like this pool of blood, and dude is like freaking out, screaming, and he's like, "Oh my god! Sir! Like freaking out, right? And so the drill instructor comes out there like hogging and dogging, bro, like ready to go.
Why'd you wake me up?
Yeah, like, no, he wasn't even asleep yet. He was doing paperwork. He was a senior drill instructor. He was doing paperwork on the computer. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is going on? And like screaming, like getting.
What the fuck is going on?
And so
metal trash can flying.
Dude, yes. And he took the guide on. He was so mad. He took the guide on and spear chucked it. And bro, it was so bad. It was so bad. Then the drill instructor started fucking this kid up and started like ITing him in the middle of this dude like laying on the floor, and I guess the nerd kid didn't know what to say. And
hey man, I don't care if he's dying. You signed up for that. You gotta show me the power.
So in the midst of all this, right before I heard that pop sound, I had gotten down off my bunk and started crawling underneath all the bunks to get over to one of my friends so we could start talking. Because, you know, that was your one time to bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
as long as you don't get caught. God help you if you get caught.
Yeah, if you get caught, you're screwed. But I started crawling under the bunks, and I got over to my friend, and we were talking, and we were bullshit. I heard that sound. And then this kid started getting messed up. So I started crawling down there, and as I laid down, I saw this kid, like, in a pool of blood. And so I turned around and said, Sir! And he was like, what do you want? You know, he's like turning around, and
he come messed up.
And I looked at him and was like, Sir, we have an emergency! And I pointed at the guy bleeding on the ground. And he said, oh, shit! He started applying TCCC, right, as much as he could. And
he's got a blown out liver. He's giving him CPR.
No, dude, like he's like sitting there like checking in for TBI and like the advanced stuff, and we don't know what's going on. And he tells us all to crush into the rain room.
You know what your problem is, Private? You didn't change your goddamn socks!
So, I mean, we're sitting there like freaking out. Whenever you're ready, I'm sitting at the map thing.
Oh, man, I was messing around with my loadout.
Drink
more water!
So, he tells us to crush into the rain room, and the first thing he calls, right, is the ambulance. Calls the ambulance. He does it quick. I'm going to the main gate if you want to go to the hills, and we'll.
I was gonna say I'm better. I'm completely set up for CQB on this. So, oh man, you went like police. I went LA SWAT. All right, cool. Let's do it. Going to the hills.
Oh, I can't select this.
What?
I can't select main gate. I guess we have to deploy together.
Okay.
That's fine. 50 enemies, 2 hours. Take them out.
Fuck! I should have thrown on the other scope on this. I threw on the EO. I threw on the EOTech with the magnifier.
Ooh.
I should have thrown on the vortex with the integral zoom.
There was an update. This map is different.
It's a little bit more green than I remember.
You don't
Wasn't it
notice the
supposed to be a
fence?
desert?
You don't notice the fence?
Oh, that's barbed wire now. Wait, there's a fence here now.
Yeah.
No, there was a. No, there wasn't.
No, it was just a ditch.
I swear there was a fence. You know what? I might be. I'm slightly buzzed, so just ignore that.
So, yeah, he told us to crush into the rain room. So we got up in there.
Contact, fucking direction right, south, direction southeast by east. Man, I am buzzed. Please forgive that. I drank about 8 freaking sweet teas before I came here. That one that.
I got one running on my left.
There's a bunch of them. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a bunch of them that went through these center block walls. All right, throwing on the magnifier. I'm trying to see what all's out here.
I've got one northeast.
Oh, sorry, one by me. You're not sneaky. Your freaking goddamn turban's sticking out. All right, throwing a magnifier on you, dumbass.
All right.
Okay.
I'm moving northeast.
This guy thought he was sneaky. He tried to hide by the freaking pallet, but he left his stupid ass white freaking turban looking head sticking out.
Okay, so
I got one in the plane. I just saw him run off to the side when I tried to shoot at him. I'm not equipped. I'm used to running the M110 for this map.
I'm not used to running a pistol as long range.
That's because that wasn't really the design philosophy behind the pistol.
But yeah, anyway, they told us to crush into the rain room. The ambulance got there. He called the drill instructors. The drill instructors were like monitoring us, and that next day we got so fucked up for just him dying. Come to find out though, he made it. He survived. They did emergency surgery on him, and because the military messed him up, I want you to know that I just got cross-map shots, killed 2 people with a pistol. 3 people.
I'm just trying to cover the right flank.
Oh, I'm getting shot at. I'm getting shot at.
A lot of shots.
I'm hearing cracks. I'm hearing cracks.
Reloading.
I'm hearing cracks. I'm getting shot at real bad. Real bad. Real bad.
I'm the one shooting at them. I know where they're at. I don't have an accurate shot, so I'm just keeping their heads down. Hang on. Safest bet. You honestly just run for the plane. I do not have a good shot on any of these guys. Oh, actually, I got one.
Oh.
That was a miracle.
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm lagging really bad because somebody. Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm pushing up to the plane. I'm pushing up to the petrol truck.
I lagged out of the game, I think.
You are not existent on my screen anymore.
Somebody tried to call me on Messenger.
Oh, God. Was it your mom?
No, it was Santana's mom. Now my entire system is messing up. Great. Couldn't have asked for a better situation.
I'm going to opt out real quick so we can try to run that again.
I have to totally close the game, and now my computer's doing that shit it was doing earlier. I don't have a way around this. Oh. Fuck me.
Time to restart.
Yeah, my game crashed entirely. all because of that.
God. I'm gonna set my operator up for this map.
Anyway.
747. 747.
So yeah, he ended up getting out. It took him a year to get out of Paris Island, and I would run into him every once in a while. And for a year straight, he had to get his hair cut every week and eat at the chow hall, and he didn't have to exercise as much. He still had to exercise, but not nearly as much.
And I say, I mean, as long as he's still getting paid, I mean, fair, I guess.
He got out with sergeant's pay for the rest of his life. $4,000 a month.
I got. I remember we had a situation in boot camp the first 2 weeks when you know that grace period when you're first in boot camp. It's like that the reception. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's 2 weeks. I think it's they keep changing it. For us, it was about a week, like literally 6 days.
It was 2 for me.
Then when we left, they moved it up. They keep moving it back and forth. Whatever. Reception was completely fine. That was the worst night I had there. Was probably that first night whenever they gave us that battery of vaccinations. Then we get to get to our actual training platoon, and I remember within that first week they were still trying to figure out who they wanted as like squad leaders, a guide on, and then like the scribe. And we had this one kid who was just like writing in his little notebook that they gave us, and you know how it is in boot camp. Don't touch anything unless you're told to touch it. So one of the guys was like noticing, hey, this guy's writing in his notebook a lot. And the kid went to the bathroom and left his notebook completely wide open on the desk or on his foot locker. The kid, just being nosy, kind of picks it up and starts reading it. And just walks up, like after about 5 seconds reading it, walks up to the duty hut, bangs on the pine. Drill instructor, so recruit, They mess with him because he messes it up because he doesn't know what the proper reporting procedures are. He walks in, and then the next thing I know, we are brought all the way across the recruit depot into like this big auditorium, and we're given a message, and the whole time I didn't know this was going on until we came back to the squad because we got briefed by the chaplain and it wasn't because of this that we were briefed by the chaplain. It just so happened to land on the same freaking hour block.
Oh man!
But this kid was writing in his book, I plan on doing this to myself at this time. I plan on doing this to myself at this time. I blame so and so. He was writing the note. He was writing the memorandum. He had a plan. He had everything. And it just so happened to be the day that we went to go talk to Chap. That chaplain talk of like, I just want to know you guys have made a choice to defend and protect your nation, and the grace of God be with you. You people will do and live on to do great things with your life. All you need to do is stick with it. At that very same time, at the very same time, NCIS is ripping this dude's foot locker apart. They got him across the wall with no shoelaces in.
Oh god! Oh my god!
It was a fucking nightmare. and right when we came back, the drill instructor's like, "All right, form the school or set up the classroom, all that crap." They're like, "All right, just so you guys know, if anything serious happens, all you gotta say is just drill instructor, drill instructor, drill instructor, and we will just stop what we're doing. That's the safe word. Your bondage time is over." And that was the straw that kicked that one off. That was.
Are you on me?
Nope, I'm on the hills, and I messed up because this scope's optic isn't. Hey, it's working now.
Shit. I've got 2 on me. Disregard. All three have been taken out.
All right, you got one. I can't see my compass from current setup.
You've got a sniper on the top of this hangar.
I don't see him.
Disregard that actually, because I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, anyway, back to that interview, right? So, you get in, you make your phone call. How did you imagine it was going to go versus how it really went?
I
lagged out.
Damn it.
So, okay, actually, you might be able to help me with this. So my computer...
My back teeth are floating.
Oh, wait.
Oh, man, come on, hurry up!
I'm still lagging pretty hard.
Alright. Just tell me about it.
So my game didn't crash, but for some reason, it kicked me out of the multiplayer match. So my computer keeps saying video card out of memory or some shit like that, where it's basically saying that I can't load a texture because my video card isn't good enough. But it does it with games that are super optimized and super good, like Hydroneer, for example. It's a super optimized game and can run on anything. And my computer keeps saying out of video memory. How do I access and or delete things on my video memory?
Okay, I'm the furthest thing from an IT guy, but the best advice I could probably give you right now is open up your task manager, hit, I think it's Control Shift Escape, and then you'll be able to see what's taking up the majority of the thing. If not, try to go through your Steam. One second, I'm trying to take my boots off. Go through your Steam index and see what takes up the most physical storage space. Because the way it was explained to me is sometimes in order to run a game, the computer needs memory to run a game. It's like on Xbox, if you're installing a game and you only have, let's say the game takes up 60 gigabytes, but if you don't have 70 gigabytes of storage, you really shouldn't be running that game because the game has to save, it has to load, it needs extra on top of the extra data storage space on top of this just to run the software. It's kind of a weird illusion. I might be completely wrong on that, but that's the way it was explained to me.
So what I'm looking at is essentially VRAM. I need more VRAM, but there's no way to upgrade VRAM for a laptop or improve it. So I just need to get another computer.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yours is kind of a notebook, isn't it?
No, it's like the combo laptop of office and gaming. It's got an NVIDIA GeForce GTX in it, but it doesn't specify what year or model.
Okay. Yeah, I see. That's where you lose me. I don't know jack diddly crap about that.
So, like, NVIDIA is one of the better companies that make video cards, and GTX is one of the lines that's one of the better models.
I know my laptop has an NVIDIA in it. I just don't know what year or model it is.
Considering, I'm pretty sure they came out with a Core i11 or 10 recently, like 10th gen. My computer has a Core i7 8th gen, So, I mean, she's rocking pretty old.
I'm rocking a Core i7 7th gen on my Alienware 2016 laptop, and I'm working just fine.
So I'm one gen above you on CPU, but just don't have enough RAM.
How are we already an hour into this phone call? I don't feel like this is.
That's what I'm saying, man. We ain't even done nothing.
Are you recording this, by the way?
Yes.
I thought you were gonna call me on the other one, Discord.
No, I have you through my computer on my messenger, so it's working just fine.
Okay.
Do you want me to share the stream to you so you can see it?
Yeah, sure. Sure. I will say it is kind of nice because of where my room is located in the house. So my house doesn't have AC. It doesn't have like cold climate air conditioning. I got a furnace, but I don't have like actual like AC. But
Yeah.
where my room is right where the jet stream is, like the wind current that travels through past the house. So if I open up the windows next to my bed and the windows next to my TV, it is just a freaking tunnel. It's just an air tunnel of cold air going through the room.
Mm.
Oh man.
I'm hearing my game through your end.
I was gonna say it's kind of. I'm gonna close that real quick.
Did you get the invite?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you? Oh. So, together or separate?
I mean, I'm rocking the M110. I'm best used in the hills right now.
I'm gonna attempt this again. Oh, I go.
Oh shit! Time for a new computer.